Sugar is everywhere, in cakes, drinks, and just about every sweet treat you can imagine. It's in the cookies we snack on, the sodas we sip, and even in foods we might not expect, like sauces and bread. Sugar has become a staple in kitchens around the world, adding flavor and delight to our daily lives. Whether it's sprinkled on your morning cereal or stirred into your favorite cup of tea, sugar is a part of our routines from the moment we wake up. But before it reaches our tables, sugar begins its journey as a tall, green plant called sugarcane, growing under the warm sun in vast fields. These fields stretch for miles, waving gently in the breeze, and are the starting point for the sugar we use every day. The journey from plant to sugar bowl is a fascinating process. It involves hardworking farmers, powerful machines that harvest the cane, and factories where the magic of transformation happens. Each step is essential to turn raw sugarcane into the sweet crystals we know. The sweet taste we love comes from sucrose, a natural sugar stored inside the thick stalks of sugarcane. Farmers carefully cut and collect these stalks, which are packed with juice that holds the sweetness. For centuries, people have found ways to extract sugar from plants, but today, massive factories use advanced technology to produce tons of sugar every single day. These factories are filled with machines that crush, filter, and purify the juice, turning it into sparkling white crystals. Understanding this process helps us appreciate the hard work and expertise behind every spoonful. From the fields to the factory floor, many hands and minds are involved in making sure the sugar is just right. It's a remarkable transformation, turning a tough, fibrous plant into fine, sweet crystals that dissolve instantly in your drink or dessert. The journey starts in sun-soaked fields, moves to busy mills where the cane is processed, and continues through a series of careful steps to ensure quality and purity. The end result is pure, sparkling sugar, ready to be used in kitchens, bakeries, and homes everywhere. Every stage is crucial to ensure the sugar is clean, safe, and delicious. From the careful hands of farmers to the skilled workers in the factory, each person plays a vital role in this journey. Many experts, from scientists to engineers, make this possible, working together to bring sweetness to our tables. So next time you add sugar to your drink or dessert, take a moment to remember the incredible story and teamwork behind it. Let's begin our sweet adventure and discover how sugar truly shapes our lives. Sugar's story begins in lush, sun-drenched tropical fields where the air is thick with humidity and the soil is rich and fertile. Here, the journey of every grain of sugar starts with a single, slender stalk of sugarcane. Under the blazing sun, sugarcane grows rapidly, reaching impressive heights as it soaks up warmth and moisture. The plants stretch skyward, their green leaves rustling in the gentle breeze, creating a sea of vibrant color. Countries like Brazil, India, and Thailand are global leaders in sugarcane cultivation, with vast plantations that cover thousands of hectares. These regions have climates perfectly suited for growing this remarkable crop, and entire communities depend on its success. Sugarcane can reach up to 6 meters tall, forming dense, swaying fields that ripple like waves when the wind blows. Walking through these fields, you're surrounded by towering stalks, each one packed with potential sweetness. Farmers dedicate months to nurturing these plants, tending to them with care and expertise. They monitor soil health, water levels, and plant growth, always watching for the perfect moment when the cane is ready to be harvested. As the cane ripens, the stalks gradually turn from green to a pale yellow, signaling that they're filling up with sweet, energy-rich juice. This transformation is a crucial sign for farmers who know that timing is everything. Today, scientists and agricultural technicians work alongside farmers, testing the juice inside the stalks to measure sugar content. Their expertise helps pinpoint the exact moment when the cane is at its sweetest, ensuring a high-quality harvest. Harvesting at just the right time is essential. If the cane is cut too early or too late, the sugar content drops, affecting both yield and taste. Careful inspection and teamwork make all the difference. From planting to harvest, sugarcane takes anywhere from 9 to 24 months to mature, depending on the variety and climate. Throughout this time, the fields transform, showing the remarkable growth cycle of this resilient plant. The plant's long, blade-like leaves capture sunlight, using photosynthesis to create energy. This energy is stored as sucrose in the thick stalks, which will eventually be extracted and refined into the sugar we use every day. Protecting the crop from pests and disease is a constant challenge. Farmers use a mix of traditional knowledge and modern science to keep the plants healthy, ensuring a strong, abundant harvest. When the time is right, the plantation comes alive with activity. Harvesters move through the fields, cutting the tall stalks and preparing them for transport. It's a race against time to preserve the cane's natural sweetness. The goal is simple but urgent. Cut and deliver the cane to the factory as quickly as possible, before the precious sugar inside the stalks begins to break down. This marks the end of the growing journey and the beginning of sugar's transformation. When sugarcane is ripe, the harvest begins, now mostly with powerful machines. Mechanical harvesters cut the stalks at the base and strip off the leaves, leaving them as mulch in the field. The clean stalks are chopped into billets, making transport easier. Billets are loaded directly into trailers, never touching the ground. Speed is crucial. The sugar content drops if the cane sits too long. Trucks rush the billets to the sugar mill, where they're weighed and unloaded. The truck bed tilts, sliding the cane onto a conveyor belt. This belt carries the cane into the factory for processing. The constant flow of trucks keeps the factory running day and night. Every minute counts to preserve the sweetness. The journey from field to factory is a race against time. Now the real transformation begins. Inside the factory, the cane's first stop is a powerful washing station. High-pressure water jets and rotating drums scrub away dirt and debris. Clean billets move to a shredder, where rotating hammers tear them into fluffy fibers. This prepares the cane for juice extraction. The shredded cane enters roller mills, huge metal rollers that squeeze out the sweet juice. The juice, now a murky liquid, is collected for purification. The dry, fibrous leftover is called bagasse, a useful byproduct. Multiple roller mills ensure maximum juice extraction. The raw juice contains impurities and needs further cleaning. Bagasse won't go to waste. It powers the factory. The focus now shifts to purifying the juice. The journey from plant to sugar continues. The raw juice is acidic and cloudy, so it's cleaned through liming. Lime neutralizes the acid and clumps impurities, which settle in a clarifier tank. Clean juice is drawn off the top. The muddy residue is used as fertilizer. The juice is still mostly water, so it's sent to evaporators. Evaporators heat the juice, turning water into steam and thickening the liquid. Factories use steam efficiently, recycling it through multiple vessels. As water evaporates, the juice becomes a golden brown syrup. Careful control prevents burning or caramelization. The syrup now has a high sugar content and is nearly ready for crystallization. A final filtration removes any remaining color. The transformation from juice to syrup is almost complete. Next comes the magical step-forming sugar crystals. The thick golden syrup, now free from most impurities, is carefully transferred into a large vacuum pan. This is where the magic of crystallization truly begins. The vacuum pan is a massive sealed vessel designed to control both pressure and temperature, creating the perfect environment for sugar to take shape. Inside the vacuum, the syrup boils at a much lower temperature than it would in open air. This gentle boiling is crucial. It prevents the syrup from scorching or caramelizing, which would ruin the delicate flavor and color of the sugar. The reduced pressure also helps water evaporate more efficiently, thickening the syrup even further. At just the right moment, skilled workers add tiny seed crystals to the thickened syrup. These microscopic crystals act as the foundation, giving the dissolved sugar molecules something to latch onto and begin forming larger crystals. As the syrup continues to boil, sugar molecules cluster around the seeds, slowly growing into visible crystals. This process is carefully monitored, as the size and uniformity of the crystals depend on precise control of temperature, timing, and agitation. Sugar boilers, experts in their craft, keep a close eye on the process. They adjust the heat, pressure, and even the rate of stirring to ensure that every batch produces crystals of the ideal size and shape. Their experience and intuition are vital to achieving consistent results. After several hours, the mixture transforms into what's known as massacute, a thick, grainy mass where sugar crystals are suspended in a dense syrup. This stage marks a critical turning point in the journey from liquid to solid sugar. The next step is to separate the newly formed crystals from the remaining syrup, which is now called molasses. This separation is essential for producing pure, high-quality sugar. The massacute is loaded into powerful centrifuges, machines that spin at high speeds. The centrifugal force pushes the molasses out through tiny holes in the drum, leaving the sugar crystals behind. As the centrifuge spins, the sugar crystals remain inside the drum, while the dark, sticky molasses is collected separately. This process is repeated until the crystals are as pure as possible. The result is a batch of pale, raw sugar crystals, each one a tiny masterpiece of chemistry and engineering, ready for the final stages of refining. Meanwhile, the molasses, rich in minerals and flavor, is collected as a valuable byproduct. It will be used in baking, animal feed, and even the production of rum. With the crystals separated and cleaned, the sugar is almost ready for your table. Just a few more steps remain before it becomes the familiar sweetener we all know. Throughout the process, precision and timing are everything. Even a small mistake can affect the quality of the final product, so every stage is carefully timed and monitored. The journey from syrup to sugar is a remarkable blend of science, skill, and artistry, transforming a simple plant extract into the sparkling crystals that sweeten our lives. Sugar making creates two valuable byproducts, bagasse and molasses. Bagasse, the dry fiber left after juice extraction, fuels the factory's power plant. Burning bagasse generates steam for electricity and heating. Many factories produce extra electricity, selling it to the local grid. This makes sugar production more sustainable. Molasses, the dark syrup separated from sugar, is rich in nutrients. It's used in animal feed, biofuel production, and even baking. Ethanol made from molasses powers vehicles as a renewable fuel. Lighter molasses is sold for cooking and baking, adding flavor to foods. Nothing goes to waste. Every part of the cane is used. Bagasse and molasses are essential to the industry's efficiency. The sugar industry is a model of resourcefulness. After centrifuging, sugar crystals are still damp and coated with molasses. They're washed with hot syrup, then spun again for purity. The clean, damp crystals are dried in a granulator with warm air. Careful drying ensures the sugar is free-flowing and sparkling white. Crystals are sorted by size, using vibrating screens for consistent quality. Sorted sugar is stored in giant silos before packaging. Automated lines fill, weigh, and seal bags with precision. Robotic arms stack the bags onto pallets for shipping. Every bag is checked for weight and seal quality. The process is fast, modern, and highly efficient. Sugar is now ready to leave the factory. The final journey is about to begin. Pallets of sugar are shrink-wrapped for protection and stability. Forklifts move them to distribution hubs, ready for transport by truck, train, or ship. Sugar travels to supermarkets, food companies, and shops worldwide. The logistics are complex, ensuring a steady supply everywhere. Finally, sugar reaches your local store, clean, sealed, and ready to use. You bring it home, adding sweetness to your food and drinks. Each spoonful is the result of months of work and innovation. The journey from field to table is a story of transformation and teamwork. Even the byproducts are put to good use, making the process efficient. Next time you taste something sweet, remember the incredible journey of sugar.